Hi, everybody. Sam Kavaris in the samsportsline.com sports update. Hopefully by now you've seen where Tony Boselli, Jaguars legend and local good guy, has been recuperating from his bout with COVID-19. I knew this the day that Tony got sick, not from Tony, but because having been around here for 40 years or so, I know a lot of people in a lot of different places. But out of an abundance of respect for Tony's privacy, and actually the privacy for anybody, I didn't report that. And even when he went into the ICU at Mayo, and I was really disappointed when a reporter who used to work here in town violated that, I thought, this past Sunday. Maybe it's a quaint and old school thing, but to me, that's what journalism is. That's not just trying to get clicks or followers or whatever. But nonetheless, it's about actually what I think doing the job. I did then talk with Tony on Sunday after the story was out, found out that he was still recuperating, and luckily he went home just yesterday and is doing much better. And I texted with him today, and obviously he's on the road to recovery. So is his wife Angie, and so are his kids, who were much more mildly affected. But it's disappointing that even some in the local media, once this was put out there by on Twitter, that they decided that they would just run with that. You can see the whole article, the interview with Tony with the Times-Union at jax.com or jax.com, which is jacksonville.com, and that is the Times-Union website at this point. But speaking of the media, I was asked to participate in a survey today about how the media is doing covering the coronavirus. And, incredibly average, I think. And one of the things that I said was I think that one of the big problems, as I see it, having been in newsrooms for 40 years or so, is that they've got political reporters, people who cover the political beat, asking medical questions with a political overtone. I mean, there's medical reporters. Get those medical reporters in there, get them to ask the questions so we can get some scientific questions and some real answers and some real solid questions being asked. So some people didn't particularly like that. And I do think, regardless of your political persuasion, you've got to look at this in a nonpartisan way and try to figure out how to get the answers that you're looking for, not from some soundbite or not by what some reporter has said to you that some politician have had to say. As I said to one of my friends on social media, having been in newsrooms my whole life, I've felt ups and downs, I guess is the best thing to say, about the people who have occupied that office at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington. But I also have learned that the guy sitting at your kitchen table or the woman sitting at your kitchen table has a lot more to do with your well-being than that guy sitting in the Oval Office. So that's what I'll say about today. Look, we're all in this together. You have control over what's going on with you. I did some investigating about what we can do as opposed to what we've been told we can't do. I'll write about that in the Times-Union. We'll talk about that tomorrow right here. So hang in there. You're doing your part. We're all trying to do our part. And if we all do it, and we do it really, really well, we'll move past this very quickly. Not as quickly as we'd like, not as quickly as, if you had the measles, but we'll get through this and we'll be better coming out the other side. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the samsportsline.com Sports Update.